Hi, I'm Venetia with Network.tv. Come join me as I sit down and talk with Tiffney Cambridge from Marrying the Game on VH1. I watched the first season of the second episode, and it looks like it's going to be a lot about the co-parenting between you and Jayceon. And so tell me a little bit more about what we can expect for the second season.
Well, this season is a little bit different than season one. You'll see our family unit together. I think on season one, it was centered around the wedding, and season two is more about how we are getting our issues together and how we're working towards resolutions to our conflicts and how we're raising our kids. So you'll see the kids a lot more, and you'll see us kind of just working through our interpersonal issues this season.
And then I saw a bit of the parenting differences when they were at his house and your house. So tell me about the different parenting styles. It looked like he was a little bit more lenient. Are you more of the disciplinarian in the situation? Okay.
Yes. Jay is the fun dad. You know, he's really big on safety. But other than safety, he lets the kids do whatever they want to do. As long as they are not in harm's way, he's good. They can eat whatever they want to eat. They can go to bed whatever time they want to go to bed. They can run around and do whatever they want to do. I have more structure and discipline. So you saw Cali say, whose house is funner? Daddy's. You know, because at Mama's house, you have to obey rules. And, you know, we have a certain little program going on. So, but I think it's a good balance. I think it's good that they have both.
Do you see them kind of struggling a little bit with the difference in parenting issues, or are they just fine going from home to home? You know what I mean?
Oh, no, they're fine. They're fine because we've always had two homes. Season one, you saw us kind of all living together, but they've always known that we've had two places. So they're fine with it. You know, they have rooms at Mommy's house and rooms at Daddy's house. So it really wasn't a big transition for them at all. And they're none the wiser. And I think that that's good. I think it's good for them to be able to have two households. I think as they get older, you know, we want to kind of bring them together. So we're working on that now. But for right now, they're good.
What made you even want to do this show, putting your life out there for people to see 24/7 pretty much? Tell me a little bit about what made you want to be or do this to begin with.
Well, it started out, it was just going to be really a wedding series. So we were just going to kind of document our wedding. But then unfortunately, when I called the wedding off or postponed it, it turned into this big old reality show. So it's been kind of interesting to see, you know, it all play out and to really see myself on television. But it's something that really I just kind of fell into. Because I was thinking it would maybe 3 episodes, just kind of detailing me getting ready for the wedding and then getting married, and then that would basically be it. But now it's turned into this whole phenomenon. So I'm just enjoying the ride.
So it kind of puts you on this platform or this level to where you could possibly be a role model, you know? So how do you feel about people looking up to you and some of their choices kind of going from what they see you doing?
Yeah, I think it's a big responsibility, something that I think my background in education has prepared me for. You know, I've been a school teacher for 16 years, so kids have looked up to me for some time now. So that, you know, I'm kind of prepared for and used to. It's just different being on such a wide circuit, you know. I'm used to just my kids in the classroom, children that I've taught in the past, and kids at school. But now it's like being a role model for a whole different group, you know. I have teenagers looking at me and other women looking at me. So I just try to do my best and, you know, keep it as real as I can keep it and stay true to myself. Well, that's been kind of difficult for me because I'm a little more mature than, I guess, what everybody would expect or whom everybody would expect for Jayceon to be with. You know, I get a lot of comments about that, you know, but it is what it is, you know, and I am who I am. You know, I'm just about 4 years older than 4.5 years older than him. But because I am more mature, you know, it's like, wow, they can't really see it, you know. But he and I have a lot in common. You know, you kind of see the differences, but in our relationship, we have a lot in common that we share, you know. And so that I think that's probably the most difficult, you know, trying to understand why people have so many things to say and, you know, negative comments. But I guess that just goes along with the territory, you know.
Back to doing the show, kids, teaching, the relationship with Jayceon, how do you keep a balance in doing all of that and shooting the show?
Well, it takes a lot of organization, a lot of structure. My job is I'm pretty used to that. It's get up in the morning, get the kids ready, go to work, throw the show into it, it kind of shakes it up a little bit. But luckily, we filmed during the summertime. And so I was off work, so I didn't have to juggle too much. But it has been a bit of a challenge to kind of do everything. But, I do it. I stay focused on what I have to do. I have a wonderful team that helps me out, with the kids and with just staying organized and keeping myself together. I think that you need help, So, I'm blessed to say that I do have a wonderful team that kind of helps me pull it all together.
Well, you're also building a name for yourself, too, as far as, your series of children's books. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're writing and what inspired you to actually write kids' books?
Right. Well, writing kind of came naturally to me, being a teacher. Reading and writing, spelling, social studies, those are my favorite subjects to teach. And so I just kind of wanted to tell a story. And the story that I'm telling is about a little girl who lost her smile. And I got the idea from one of my students who started out in kindergarten with this big, big, beautiful smile. But as she continued through school, she lost it. Her smile went from this big, beautiful smile to this, dimmed kind of face. So, with talking with her and talking to her parents and some of the other teachers, I wanted to tell her story. And in doing that, I came out with this series of books. And the title is How the Little Girl Lost Her Smile. It's basically about how kids, can lose their smile going through school and early childhood experiences. But at the end of the story, she gets her smile back.
Mm-hmm. So how many books are in this series?
Five, and I'm still working on them now. So I'm looking towards maybe the end of the year, the first of 2014.
So is this kind of your way of using your platform to make a difference, or are there other things that you're doing as well?
Yes, definitely. I work very closely with Breast Cancer Foundation. My aunt has a breast cancer foundation. I lost my mother and my grandmother to breast cancer, and a lot of people in my family have passed away from cancer. So I'm involved in that and writing my children's books and raising my kids and teaching other people's kids. So my plate is really full.
Mm-hmm. Your kids have such big personalities.
Oh, thank you.
Callie's in dance, right? Do you see
ballet and tap? That's her little sport right now that she's in. And Justice is in basketball and taekwondo. So I'm always doing something.
Mm-hmm. Do you see any of them wanting to be in the entertainment business, following their dad's footsteps, or
Well, Justice thinks he's a little rapper. Yeah, so you'll be able to see that on one of the episodes. He likes to go to the studio and hang out with his dad. He has his dad's little swag. He's a little bit shyer, though, than Cali. But Cali's a full-on star, She's like, am I taping today? She asks my makeup artist, Dee Dee, all the time, are you going to do my eyebrows? What about my lip gloss? So she's already ready.
And then with everything going on, how do you decompress? What do you do for you time?
I like to rest, I like to just be quiet and just rest. I like to vacation, just kind of like get away from it all, just have some quiet time, because it's a lot, and this is new for me, this whole little reality show world and just being out there and having people know you and knowing your story and wanting to talk to you and commenting and having to keep up with all that. It's a lot to manage, especially coming from, being just a classroom teacher, coming into all of this. So when I'm not working, I just like to be quiet, and kind of just exhale and just kind of relax.
So let's say we're on this rest day. What would Tiffney do during the day? Where would you go? Spa or anything else? Or would you just stay at home? Or
I like the spa. I like the spa. I like to go on short little trips like, Palm Springs or Santa Barbara. I like to go to the beach. I love California. California's weather is wonderful. So I can just kind of like go to the beach and kind of just sit, be by myself and just kind of collect my thoughts and just chill.
Another question that I saw just watching the first episode, I noticed that you would go to other people as far as advice, a lot of your friends. Tell me a little bit about the importance of the people that you surround yourself as far as life.
Well, there's that saying, no new friends. So I don't have many new friends. All of the friends that I've had in my life for a very long time. And it's not that, you go for advice. It's just that, anything that's going on in my life, they know about just by proxy, we share a lot. I have a very close knit group, that I hang out with, that I've been friends with for years, and I trust them. I've never been led wrong, never been backstabbed, never been, mistreated, so they're my support system. They're like sisters to me, some of them have different opinions, and at the end of the day, I make up my own mind though, I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it, but it's good sometimes to just see what other people have to say, but ultimately, to be woman enough to make your own decision, and for your life, because at the end of the day, it's just you. So you can talk to other people, and I think that's good. I think for the show's purposes, they want to see conversation, but at the end of the day, I'm very reflective and prayerful. I pray a lot, and I listen to my inner voice. So even if I wasn't lucky enough to have the support group that I have, I have God with me, and so I think I'll be all right.
Do you have any younger girls maybe that come to you for advice?
Yes, I have I have a little sister, and yeah, I do. I have a bunch of little girls, and they're not even just little, women that are a little younger than me, or even my age, that just, kind of like bounce ideas off of you, and want to know how you feel or what you think, and I'm open to that.
Mm-hmm. Tell us something that no one else knows.
I think, sometimes people perceive me as being, like just older and more mature, but I can get down, I got a little side to me, I think that's the side that, people don't see, they see me being very poised and together, and I am, but I can definitely turn up from time to time. Mm-hmm. I just think it's very important to believe yourself and really to accept yourself for who you are. I think a lot of women want to change so many things. And I think we go through a lot because we're not really happy with ourselves. So we do a lot of things to find that happiness or to get to that place where we're satisfied, But I think that, as we grow, we have to learn to accept ourselves for who we are, accept yourself for how you look, how you walk, how you talk, how you present yourself. Now, if there are things about yourself that you can change, then, why not? But I think self-acceptance is very important. And I think you have to believe in yourself and respect yourself. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Thank you so much.